Anytime we are asked to combine numbers or work with proportions, it is important to combine them in the right way. Using units as your guide will help ensure that you are multiplying and dividing the numbers in the correct manner. Let's say, for example, Diana is driving to her grandparents' house for the weekend. If it takes her 90 minutes to get there driving 35 miles per hour, how many miles away do her grandparents live? The first step is to figure out what we are given. In this case, we know that Diana is driving 35 miles per hour, and it takes her 90 minutes to get to her grandparents' house. The next step is to figure out what information the question is asking for. In this case, we want to know the distance to Diana's grandparents' house in terms of miles. Now all we need to do is figure out a way to get from our starting information to our desired answer. Or in other words, how do we combine miles per hour and minutes to get miles? Do we multiply? Do we divide? Well, we know one of our units is in miles per hour, so if we could multiply by hours, then hours would cancel, and we would be left with our desired units of miles. However, none of our data was given in terms of just hours, but we do have data in terms of minutes. So how do we convert minutes to hours? Well, according to the units, it looks like if we were to multiply minutes by the number of hours per minute, then that would give us units of just hours. Since we know there are 60 minutes for every hour, we can take the 90 minutes that it took Diana to drive to her grandparents' house and multiply that by 1 hour per 60 minutes. When we do this, it gives us an answer of 1.5 hours. Now that we've converted our minutes into hours, we can take the 35 miles per hour that Diana was driving and the 1.5 hours it took her to get to her grandparents' house, which tells us that Diana's grandparents must live 52.2 miles away. Since the units in our answer match the units we were looking for in our problem, we can be very confident that the answer we got is the correct answer. So if you are unsure on how to work with proportions or combine numbers, just follow the units and they will lead you to the right answer.